Hello and welcome to the round one back nine coverage of the MPO feature card here at the 2025 Preserve Championship presented by Simon Line. We've got Big Yules, Big Jerm, BigBarri commentary bringing you the action here.
Yeah, we do. And man, it's a tough day for our guys out there. We got a lot of red. We even have some purple. We got a green here and there. And this back nine, they're going to have to get back to it because 5 under, I guess they're kind of right in it. Not a lot of great scoring so far. Simon needs to get his butt in gear.
Well, with that double bogey stretch for Simon, it kind of seemed like he was out of it. But fighting back and get back to even, actually pretty decent, honestly. Because with the difficulty of the scoring and with the forecast showing that it's probably going to be difficult for the remainder of the week.
I think they caught the bad tee time this time.
And you're not getting sympathy from the field.
No, not now, not ever. Not now, not ever. And this hole is not easy. 750.
This is an awesome hole.
It's a great hole, really beautiful. The out of bounds kind of pinches in right at about 450. So it makes these guys have to take off a little bit.
I like this.
And this is...
Oh.
No, this is great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't want to hit with too much edge because the ground is slick there and it will take you down to that high grass OB line.
That is where you want to be, though, on the left.
Maybe pushing it off to the right side. This is going to fight back nicely. Great distance.
Really big distance with 2% power.
I would imagine that leaves right around 310 left.
A little closer, I think.
You think?
Yeah, only because he outdrove me by a bit, and I had about 320.
Okay.
Which is why I said he threw it 2% power, because I threw it as hard as I could. If he got the distance with the sidearm, I think it's the best play. You got all this room on the left to throw something pretty far. And
that's just going to leave such a long second shot.
Yeah.
I wonder if Marwede's going to be attacking. I think he probably will. Well, Ricky's up first. So Marwede definitely will be attacking, I would imagine.
That's just not going to get up there.
No.
Once the disc gets on Anheuser on this hole, it wants to push it down, which is tough because if you get it any higher, if at all it gets on Heiser, there's out of bounds left deep. Like this is almost
that's awesome.
Great. Yep.
Just want to get just over that hillside, and there's like a little sand bunker at the top of the crest of the hill there. It'll just collect your disc.
Marwede almost or did outdrive those guys.
Yeah.
That's insane.
With the sidearm, man. He's just snapping.
But this
is not good. Safe?
I'm not gonna lie, I laid up. I was kind of by Marwede, and I just was don't want anything to do with it.
AB has thrown this straight out of bounds. Just a shank left.
Yep.
Surprising shot. Pretty accurate considering you cannot see the basket from there. Oh, man.
He liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
He wanted a better view.
Ricky, very little visibility here. Going to have to go steep Anheuser. Really no chance of making that one. So Simon with a look at the only birdie on the card.
Yeah, and he's going to get it. He's really close.
This is one of the tougher holes on the course. I believe it was the third most difficult. Yeah, 0.6 over par. The field was really having trouble with this one.
Ricky's got a little extra pep on those tap-ins.
Uh-huh. I'm going to do it. I don't get to talk about myself very often. I was one of the 10 birdies in this hole. I threw a mid-range approach in from 350. I was pumped.
Nice.
I was
That's
pumped.
That's a great birdie. Yes.
It was. I don't normally do this, but I feel compelled to share.
I've heard you do it. I've definitely.
I don't like to do it, but I haven't been able to do it in 4 months. I haven't played a tournament since March.
Oh, that's great, man.
Corey Ellis didn't get it. He's still at 5 under.
Yeah.
But he's leading the field, so you know what?
Why am I just almost winning again? So annoying, guys.
This is really about us, folks. On to the Island 11, where this is all safe, surprisingly, even though no one is ever intentionally laying up here. I imagine that'll change in the future, but on to the prime, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, the star of the show, the basket here at the top of the hill. Fantastic classic hole here at the preserve. Great area for spectating.
Everybody's going to be trying to go right. That's gone forever. Well, not forever. There's divers that get these ones, but it's going to be a tough one to get back. You're going to have to wait.
And the hard thing about this is you now go to that red drop zone where you just, in practice, you don't find yourself practicing from that spot, although you probably should. Because it is easy to find yourself going OB on this hole.
That's a great shot, needs 40 feet. In today's weather, going deep is
just fine.
Yep.
Marwede going to get it high so he can ensure that it'll at least get to the top.
Sit.
And that is fine. This looks nice.
Go in. Go in the island. Oh boy.
Goodness. That was a scary little last roll for AB.
This is what's really tough about this hole. You got to go to the drop zone.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's a little easier, but it's also really easy to land here and have this putt for the bogey.
Yep.
No, thank you.
I don't really like talking about myself on here.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a putt. But on this one, I threw it directly in the water where Simon did. So, just want to put that out there. I'm like these guys, dude.
Oh. That. When do those stay? Yeah. Never. That's awesome. AB with the stepper, and he has found himself in a very comfortable place from 40 feet and in.
Good feeling.
No kidding.
I think. I would guess.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him about it.
Ricky gets it in there, and the rain is coming down now. Well, it has been, but.
Marwede chains out right side from just inside 40. Takes the only par of the card.
If he moves any slower, I swear.
What do you expect from the gardener, man? It's a hobby of patience.
Yeah. Corey gets another one back.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
I don't know how you feel about this one, Paul, but this is one of my favorite holes in the course. I just think it's a fantastically designed hole. Low ceiling, you want to drive it up to the right side of this bunker right here is perfect, I think, because you have a straight shot down this low ceiling corridor with trees that keep you honest. Got to pick a gap, got to get over this hill, still carry another 45 feet onto an elevated basket. When we changed from the original 11 and 12 over to this new configuration, I just really think it added a huge dynamic to this course.
Let's see if these guys can get on a little streak. The thing about it is
Whoops.
They're all kind of playing good still. Tied for 6, Ricky at 3 under.
Yeah.
Through this stretch, it's not bad. It seems like it is, but they're right there.
It's not the typical pep that you'd see for tied for 6 through 11 holes. Oh my God, this came out with just the absolute smash.
Is that going too far? No. Yeah, it is. That's way too far.
Yeah, I agree. That is entirely too far.
What is this move?
Oh, just turned over a forehand, unfortunately. Oh, but he's got away with it. It's a roller. No, of course, obviously, it's an intentional flick roller, and it's working out tremendous. It's going to be a tough angle for him to go forehand again, but there is some forehand turnover lanes. Also, backhand flip-up option coming up.
Yeah, if he does it again, it'll be fine.
Nearly the same exact thing we saw from Rick. And Simon really just has been off a little bit all day.
Yep. Now, is this one going too far?
I think he'll like it.
Yep. I thought he might be going in that little bunker. Ricky picking up his disc. Wow, that was fast.
Is this one going too far?
Yes.
Not in
Sure.
the same way that we liked about ABs.
Another sidearm roller?
I think it's just going to be an air shot. Yeah, it's just really not much you can do. Well, is it a roller? I don't think so. I think he just overturned the air shot.
All of a sudden you see it. Bloop, abba-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, that's why we didn't see it. Right, the hillside is blocking it. Yeah, Rick's got to go back door, or he's trying to flex it back through the middle.
Does really well.
Whoa. That's so good to get there.
Happens in the rain.
It does. This is ridiculous. There have maybe been 5 drives that we've ever seen anywhere in this vicinity.
There's been drives in that vicinity.
Yeah, we've seen, I think, Ricky a couple times
Maybe
and Calvin.
Calv,
A couple times we've seen him get all the way skipping around. But yeah, it's a very rare thing. I don't know if they've ever been quite that far, but right around it. This has been kind of
Great save.
the story for Simon in a lot of tournaments recently, where he's been on feature card early, and there's Ricky doing what Ricky does always, every single round we see him. Where Simon just comes off to a little bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the tournament, you see that Simon has somehow slipped his way into 8th place.
You think that bush around the basket's just driving Marwede nuts?
Yeah, I think, yeah, for sure. He's got tools in the bag to repair, and he's got some tools in the cargo pants ready to go.
He's livid right now, man.
But he's got a job to do right now. He can't be doing 2 jobs at once. Oh, man.
Barela up in the mix now.
Yep, he's climbing up there. Tied for 4th.
There's that Burr guy.
Heard about him.
5 under 2 through 12.
We are the farthest back part of the course right now. This is hole 13, par 3, 348-foot low ceiling tunnel, teeing right towards the mighty Mississippi. Go over this with any speed, and you'll probably find yourself in it quickly. Just a beautiful par 3. It's a hole that we always ask for in every disc golf course we play, and here it is. He's settling in right now, man. He's looking really, really good.
That came up oddly short.
It did, but it still looked good.
Yeah, it looked great. Very controlled. This is not as controlled, but might work out just the same. No.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't get away with it.
They're at that time of the round where you're just trying to run up to the tee pad to avoid the raindrops getting on your disc before you throw.
Yeah, and the wind's kind of coming up this tunnel, so I actually...
Yeah, that I'm not surprised by.
Yeah. Anything that you turn over is going to get pulled to either direction. And if you get the nose up at all to try to smooth like a little mid-range or something, they like to lift. Like, see how this is lifting?
Such a good effort. So hard to trust as far left as you need to get that thing to really turn back into the gap. But
I think this is probably playing harder than it has in a long time. What's it coming in at?
Yeah, hole 13 is barely under par.
Same.
Yeah. 2.9. That's the hardest we've probably ever seen this whole play.
Oh boy, that's
He
special.
just wants to get back to even par. Like one way or another, he's just going to find his way there.
Was such a good putt.
Incredible putt. And this is such a dangerous hole to go for a C2 putt. And like you saw with Marwede, he hit 15 feet before the basket, maybe 12 feet before the basket. He's still got 25 feet coming back for the par. You can imagine airing this chain high. You're going to find yourself outside the circle. Everything's online. Oh, that's pretty cool. When do you think the last time Andrew Marwede ran was?
Ran?
Yeah, just ran.
Oh, he doesn't run.
It's kind of like the Dirk Nowitzki of disc golf.
He kind of just glides.
I like that. He's gliding right now. 3 under's not bad. Only 4 back.
Okay, hole 14, par 5, 1,058 feet off the tee. We got a little more room to work with up top, so you can go backhand, sidearm, whatever you want to do back by that other tee. Then second shot land here. Then you got about 400 to 350 in would be ideal, especially today. Playing very, very tough. The fairway is very fast with the wet grass. And here's Simon.
Let's see if he can get under par and stay there this time. That's a great tee shot. Oh,
Is that by the tee pad?
that is so good.
Oh, it's past. It's way past the tee pad. Oh, man, that is really good.
AB keeps it low. Does it get edge? Yeah, that's all he needs.
I think that's going to be a tough angle.
Yeah, but he's got enough distance that he could probably go forehand hyzer
He
into
should.
position.
Yeah. I would, if I was his caddy, I'd suggest it.
That's where it gets awkward. Where Ricky is right now, I wonder if he's going to make a decision to try to play for par now, if he's going to still pedal to the metal.
Yeah, this is pretty big. Wow. Really big. Yeah, that tee pad is choice.
The new part about this hole is there's out of bounds on the right side now, and this is heading in that direction.
Didn't even get there, maybe.
Yeah, it's OB like way early. So now Ricky's just going to have to take his medicine and play for the bogey, you'd imagine.
Oh. What a mistake.
And I hate for that to be another lost disc out of Anthony Barela's arsenal. Probably retrievable, probably not all the way in the water, but either way, out of bounds early.
Marwede with the trust. What you got to do here. I love that.
Yeah, send it over out of bounds, high with hyzer, with something that's fast. Let it fight back for you. You're going to land in that spot more often than not, as long as you get a decent tee shot off. That's where you should be on your second shot.
Simon ripped this.
Oh, my goodness. Paul.
What?
That might be the farthest in 2 shots we've ever seen on this hole.
That was smoked.
Maybe giving himself some distance. This is in trouble. Does it fight back inbounds? That is a huge break.
He's safe.
That's wild. Yeah, that was out of bounds for a majority of the time when it was in the woods and just fought its way backwards.
Rick's good.
Wow.
He gets a nice little skip there.
I didn't realize I didn't realize he actually got so much distance on his second shot. So he still did have a chance to save the par, and he'll have a putt. Meanwhile, Marwede battling the elements with the rain really coming down. This needs to get down to the ground.
Oh, no. Such a good shot.
You never know where the camera angle is. If that was closer to the basket, then that would have been way out of bounds. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, wow. Look at AB's disc.
Hanging on by just the outermost edge of the driver. Incredible. What a break. Meanwhile, Simon for eagle. I mean,
oh, no.
Yeah. When have you ever said that on hole 14 before?
I don't think he wanted to leave it that short.
So Anthony Barela on hole 7, which favors long arm, took a bogey. Or did he took a double?
Mm-hmm.
And 14, another hole favoring the long arm, is going to take another bogey. Meanwhile, playing incredible otherwise.
Yeah, and Marwede just munching up strokes from him on those holes. 4.
Mm-hmm. No, just 3, because he missed his par putt. He took a bogey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But he should have taken 4 on him on those 2 holes.
I forgot. I don't ever picture him missing that short.
Ricky takes the bogey. Well, meanwhile, Simon and Andrew take the birds. This shot right here was awesome. And Marwede jumps to the top of the card. 4 back of the pace set by Corey Ellis, who's just doing awesome right now. Par 4, hole 15, 738 feet. You just got to get over this little knoll here to set yourself up. If you get over the knoll, you're going to land right around here, and you're going to set yourself up for anywhere from 410 to 360 feet, depending on how much you get off the tee. But just got to make the mandatory, navigate the ceiling, get over the hill. From there, it's a pretty easy second shot hyzer into this hillside that has a backstop.
Simon, flawless.
Yeah, so this is going to leave Simon in that 360, 380 range, somewhere in there.
That was great.
It is a deceiving hole, though. You really don't need to make the disc move right. It's all about just making the gap and getting over the hill. The shot is actually, the hole is a lot straighter than you feel like it is because the basket is to the right of the mandatory. That was too easy.
Wow. Very good.
That'll be 370 in. And Ricky's going to have about 430.
And wet socks.
And Ricky will more than likely be taking a par unless this thing just really gets over there. Oh, that got to the circle. What? Didn't that look like it was like 100 feet right?
Yeah, big right to left crosswind, though.
Okay, he's playing that one nicely.
See, this is going to be really wide, too. And then swing about it. Wow.
Well done.
Oh, no.
Just lost his footing.
Yep.
Really, I would say over the last couple of years, I don't think many players have more balance or have displayed more balance than AB when he's throwing it, which is one of the reasons he gets so much power.
Yeah.
With that time, he just lost it.
Oh.
What
Good
a
putt.
What a birdie to pick up. Not that great of a drive. Didn't look like that great of an approach, but it was.
What if he didn't actually
Hold
do
on.
that until you said something?
Ricky has never, ever picked up his mini or the disc out of the basket properly all at once, and then he just runs over, makes a hero save with the umbrella, made it look like he's never dropped a thing in his life.
That's nice.
He's improving. He's getting better.
You know what I'm saying, though? What if he, like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
real time didn't birdie?
Right,
then
but because I said what I said.
he decided to birdie. That seems like a Ricky thing to do.
Reminds me of those commercials from the 90s. Hey, it could happen. Commercials from the 90s, that just made me seem like I'm 100 years old. It is sloppy. Couple of new discs to check out there from MVP. I'd be remiss not to mention them. Honoring the Simon Line event hosting. Hole 16, par 3, 402. This is the A placement, the longer placement. We're going to play the shorter one on Saturday, and then we're going to finish on Sunday here at the A placement once again. It's the hole we've always played. We're going to check in here with Gannon Burr. We've not done many check-ins today.
And he's all of a sudden at 7 under par. All of the sudden. That's a bit deep.
Yeah, that's probably 45 feet. Let me guess.
What a putt. Almost got a little second wind there. Lifted right at the end. Too much height. Needs to get down.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay.
Yep.
I tend to think it's a better shot to, like, skip it onto the hill. You know?
You don't want to hit the hillside
Yeah.
for that same reaction we just saw there from Simon. Sometimes they can hit that hillside and then roll backwards.
Exactly.
Marwede going down the middle, trying to get it flat, parks the B placement. That leaves him just outside the circle. This is looking really similar to Simon's. Oh, but hits the tree midair, and there's the roll.
I just said it.
Yep. You want to keep it wide, 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 and let it skip back up the hill, like you said.
This looks like it might have the width.
Is it too wide? It's just trying to get back to circle's edge. That's right where AB likes it, right there.
Been pushing a couple.
Yeah, a lot of them have been right on that right side, close to being exactly what he wants.
Just a little low in that little pocket.
AB, he's off, and so having things going for him, and he's going to be one over in the last 4 holes, going the other direction. And Simon misses all 4, unable to get the birdie here on 16, surprisingly. Gotta imagine there's a little bit of jet lag going on with Ricky Wysocki coming all the way across the pond from Sweden last week, competing with Niklas Antila. Coming up just short in the battle at Ale. great disc golf venue just outside Gothenburg, Sweden. Did you watch that one?
I watched some highlights here and there, yeah. I watched some of the live as well. See, there's that little pocket I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's high. It has a very good chance to catch.
Mhm.
But he can't float them high because of the float putt. If you catch the top, like he's going to go really far.
Right. All right. This has been described as a perfectly placed hole 17, 243 feet straight down the gut. It's got the OB right there behind on the left side and the right side. It's right there in front of you, though, and it feels like you can just reach out and get the birdie, but it's never quite that easy. I got Calvin Heimberg here.
Beauty.
That's as easy as it can be.
Oh, that's the big guy.
Going with my range. And I believe Happy Gilmore once said somebody's closer. I saw the MVP photographer in the background trying to sneak a picture, so I wasn't going to give him an easy shot.
That was a nice follow through.
Yeah, that's so pretty.
Lots of commitment on that shot, man.
That is so good. Keeps it low, little nose up. Why does it feel so tough sometimes?
I think it is tough.
That's gorgeous.
Really good.
Let's talk about the disc.
Nice little up shot.
Let's see if Marwede can give us a highlight putt. He's been so close. Close again. Not happy.
It's a nice sidearm, though. Stuck it right there perfectly.
AB, of course, I was talking about the drive. Great putter shot. I think he's emerged as the top putter thrower in the world of disc golf right now.
It's really good.
It's hard to argue with the results lately. I mean, not too many players that he's competing with week in, week out are using that as a weapon off the tee.
Mr. Robinson.
Yeah. Who you taking?
I gotta go with my boy.
I don't know. You got to be more specific. You're just trying to be vague. Yeah, Calvin. You're being vague to avoid the question. Hole 18, par 5. I'll never forget the first time Cale LaVisca was describing the preserve and this new property that he bought. He was so excited to talk about hole 18, just coming down the stretch, the opportunity for the big eagle play, and it really does present some excitement coming down the stretch. Some might argue that it plays closer to a par 4, but not on a day like this. The eagle is nicely rewarded. Gannon Burr looks incredibly dry right now. Even the tee pad looks dry. What the heck?
I think he was playing a little bit earlier than these guys.
Yes, he was. It goes all highs are into the money spot. Corey Ellis at 9 under. Were these two playing together?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
They were. Corey Ellis, wow. So it looks like this is the tee time to play. And that looks decent.
It's in the bunker.
The bunker's not too bad.
Oh, this looks high, Jerm. Get down. No, get down.
Oh my goodness, hangs on. Oh, Corey.
Wow.
What a day. He's going to finish at 10 under par. Gaining an opportunity to leapfrog to first place. Of course.
Just clicks it right in the side.
Look at the finish. 6 down in the last 5 holes. And that just tells you a lot about this finishing stretch. There's so many birdies you can grab. I got Calvin Heimberg.
Playing at the same time as these guys.
Yeah, I was on Calvin's card. This is what we had to play hole 18 in. Not the same. What a great drive.
So what they're going to be like on Saturday?
Just talk about Calvin's drive for a second, and I'll give you an idea.
How about we talk about his second
His second shot, that's what I meant to say.
into the green. Leaves himself a little 45-footer. I like the wind direction. Thinking about it. Get it up and let her
Yeah.
home.
And that's a 4 under finish in the last 3 holes for Calvin, who's only 3 under going into the final 3 holes. Finishes really well to get to 7. Looks like we might be avoiding some later in the day rain, potentially.
Simon was one click away from never seeing that disc again.
Well, a lot of distance is achieved, but he's going to have a severely uphill run up on that second shot.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to get enough.
No, AB, this one gets way away from him, way left.
Yeah, that's going to be... I mean, he wants to be able to throw a spike hyzer, so now he's just going to throw a spike hyzer.
Yeah.
No matter where he is.
Not many people can get away with being that far left. He is maybe one of a very small handful of people that can.
He could go farther left, and it'd be fine.
I'd rather you not say that to me right now.
He could go home from that drive.
You're not even that wrong, honestly.
I'm not.
Ricky trusting the Anheuser. This is gorgeous. Ricky, an opportunity to try to send one to the green from there.
Oh, he's got plenty. Marwede going for the green. Big flip up.
Well, the funny part is he actually is going for the green.
No, it is a green, yeah.
There's a green on the other side of that bunker.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, he lands it. So exactly what you're trying to do. You're just trying to get barely over that green. If you fly it too much, you're out of bounds.
Yep.
All right. AB.
Is this a nut? Oh, my. It's in the clouds.
It's
Oh, my.
It's a UFO, man.
Oh, I told you. He never looked worried. That's like a
That is crazy.
250-foot spike hyzer for me and you.
Oh, man. Certified Boom Daddy doesn't even describe
No.
what he does. We need to come up with a new one for him. Oh, my goodness.
That was crazy how high it was.
He's the Boom Messiah.
And he went before Ricky.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that run up did anything.
No. Look at this. This is awesome.
Oh, it's great.
This is one of Simon's favorite new discs.
He went up the hill. He did 9 steps.
It's a cartoon. When they're spinning the wheels, they don't go anywhere. And then finally, eventually it catches up.
Marwede just had a great round today. Not in a lot of trouble. Missed a few kind of makeable putts. Didn't really give any away. Just that short one. And that's
shots like that. He takes care of the ones you got to take. He really is a modern day Nate Sexton in a lot of ways. Nate's a little bit more distance. Marwade's a little bit better putter. And Simon, that would have been one heck of an eagle from that.
Yep.
That lie on the second shot. I just really love the idea that what Marwede presents with golfing. He just golfs so well. He knows what he can do, and he knows what he shouldn't try to do, and he doesn't make unforced errors. Ricky with the birdie. Just essentially a drop-in eagle from a drive. A lot of players would be sitting there thinking, what do I do from here? This is not where I want to be.
It's not a thought of going to the green.
It's not. It really isn't. You hate being that far left. Just sets him up for just a different type of eagle. A good finish for AB, 3 under in the last 2, and that gets him to 6 under. So a good finish. It looked like things were going his way, and then he just ran into some troubles early in the back 9, but ends up finishing 6 under, and he's right there in 6th place, just a few back of the lead, which is Gannon-Burr at
5
11.
back.
5 back, yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, but
3-round tournament, 5 back. It's not what you want. This is like you said. It's a sprint typically.
Yeah.
I think everybody in the field kind of got away with a lot today, and Gannon took advantage.
In the dry calm, I think we're seeing scores 13, and maybe if someone really, really, really catches fire, 14.
Yeah.
But that 11 under from Gannon-Burr in these conditions
Really good.
is incredible.
Right.
I kind of was thinking like 9 under would probably be the mark.
Okay.
Going into the round, feeling the conditions, kind of hoping that 9 under would be the mark.
Yeah, I feel like everybody always surprises us. So I always go, where's my mark? Oh, I think it's going to be a 12. So when I say it to other people, I'll say 14.
Yeah, sure. It's usually right. Usually right in that way. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for round 1. What do you want for tomorrow?
Better weather, more birdies for myself, less birdies for everybody else.
We'll see if that comes true. We'll see you tomorrow.
Like and subscribe.
Sunshine, get up on my body, know that truly I feel fine. Get up, watch your body, and I feel that sunshine. Get up on my body, know that truly I feel fine.